So now that we're inside FL Studio, I do have a sample pulled up at this moment. I'm gonna show you this one sample that I made, but then we're gonna do one from scratch, and I'm gonna show you the technique that I've been using. We have how many instruments? We have like 7 instruments. I'll just turn them on one by one. Very basic, just 3 chords. They're all just minor 7th chords. So, and we added the strum guitar. Just made it a little bit more complicated. So then when you have that in the keys, with the bass is super basic. And then so we have a lead right here. Like, you know, like how a lot of those sine leads that like PluggNB has. I always like having like a little bounce with my stuff. That's always what I love having, going for. Like, how can I be bouncing to that? Pause. Oh god. But yeah, no, that shit crazy. So then on the second half, I add the second lead. Nothing that crazy. Then I add the slow. So I'm just like adding all these elements to complement this, but also make it sound fire. And I added this other lead. Very basic. Nothing like over the top. But there's a lot of emotion to it. It has that plug sound, and obviously if we added the drums, like you could kind of hear where this beat's gonna go, and it's gonna slap, like, you know, I think it is. Let's create one from scratch. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Expand. Expand's a good one to use. It can get the job done. So let's go to E pianos. E piano is fine. So I use a lot of tools to help me out to kind of like figure it out, and I'd rather work smarter, not harder. So I've been working smarter. Let's go to G sharp. Let's do G sharp. Go up piano roll. Go to I click here, and I click V to go to View, S, move over, and then what we said, G sharp. So G, I'm already in minor. So you can see I'm already in minor, so G sharp minor. Let's put our BPM at 137. You know, we might shift keys. We may not be exactly here, but this is the idea of what I'm trying to do. One thing that I've been doing is looking up chord progressions. Let's try, I'm on a website. Here, I'll show you. Like, I literally just Googled R&B chord progressions. Boom. So we're just gonna grab a chord progression, 4, 4, 5, 3. You know, let's just give it a shot. So I'm gonna go here, stamp tool, minor 7th. So we're in G sharp. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's listen to that. Let's knock it down 1 octave. 5 would mean right above it. This may not be right, but we're gonna give it a shot. Okay. You see? The 4, 5, 3. So now we need to go to 3. So let's try major. It's okay. No, I don't really like the 4, 5, 3 that much. But we could probably tweak some stuff around. Okay, there's actually a cool chord. If you have a stamp and you're like, okay, how do I see you are modifying these notes individually, but when I have a stamp, it's moving all of them. You shift E to select it, and then Alt G, and then now if I, okay, so does this? No, it needs to go down. So this is where it's kind of a little bit of the work and the creativity comes in. Now, someone who's more trained in music theory is probably looking at me like, this fool. But like, I'm no music theory expert, and I don't try to push it off that I am. I'm just doing what sounds good, and then I have patience. You know, that's the key to it. That's close. We could roll with this. Let's just go ahead and start adding on top of it. So we're gonna Control Shift L, add a new one. I like to use Xenology. So what we can start doing now is I'm gonna use a simple sine, come up with a lead, just something kind of earwormy and catchy, and we're gonna go from there. So let's see. So now if I add some strings to it, so now we're gonna add some bells. Using purity now. I'm gonna pull down the bells volume just a little bit. I'm gonna add like one more thing. We're actually gonna change this. I'm gonna do a mallet, and then we're gonna copy the strings and do S. And now we can add a bass. Add another refrain and measure after this and spice it up. Then we could maybe even like change this around. This is just an approach that you guys can do for making PluggNB, is looking up the R&B chord progression, trying to input it. You could use the stamp tools to kind of help you and get some level of a reference point and guidance and, framework. Because that's what I used it for, and it wasn't that much work, but we got kind of like a plug inspired style. I'm gonna go ahead and save this real quick. Let's go ahead and give it another spin. We'll see if we could come up with another sample real quick, and we'll look up another R&B chord progression, and then we will start it. Go to expand. Let's try F minor, 132 BPM. So let's look for another R&B progression, 1 and 5. So we'll do this, and we'll do a major 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 1 and 5. I just did a F minor 7th, so right here, and then we did a major 7th. So we put our first scale right there, the 5th, then I just dropped it an octave down. Now if I grab these bass notes, then I could kind of do this. So we kind of got like a basic chord progression laid down. Let me just chop these. Xenology. Maybe we could do like something like this. For me, this is when I start showing signs of confidence towards the sample if I like it. If I don't, then I typically just scratch it. I'm adding a pad to kind of like fill it up. Add one more thing, and then we'll maybe add a bass line. And I would probably change it up because this is going to get obviously very monotonous and just repetitive. This is more so just as a demonstration for you guys to make PluggNB or very PluggNB inspired type of melodies and samples and such. We just cooked up 2 from scratch, and then I showed you an example, so that's a pretty good range of options, I feel like. And like I said, I'm gonna give you guys the samples that we made in this video for free, and then I'm gonna give you guys some other ones. If you guys want to support us and like the samples and like the work we do, then purchasing our sample and MIDI packs is the best way you guys can support us, as well as giving us a like and share and comment. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment what you think. But yeah, this is Andrew, BDAT Production and Publishing. All links to samples and MIDI packs and such down in the description down below, and see ya. Adios. Yeah.